With my wife Diane, I own Leonidas II. Mark found the horse, introduced him to us, wanted to keep the ride, and we bought him 4 or 5 years ago, I think it is now. But he's just given us a pile of fun. Yeah, love him, love the whole thing. You've come so far, put so much effort into this. You really want to be here for all 4 days. But if you fail at this bit, then you fail the whole event. So you just hope that you never get called out by the grand jury for going to the hold box. I mean, we've been with Mark since 2010. He took on a particularly difficult horse for us, a horse called Major Milestone, Milo. And the sort of relationship was cemented then. We got to enjoy it. We enjoyed Mark's company. We enjoyed the New Zealand team atmosphere and everything that goes with it. And we wanted to get more involved. It's a very special place. I mean, you can see the crowds now. The sun's shining. It's beautiful. It's the first really big British event of the year. All the names are here, all the big horses are here. It's the one everybody wants to win. As I say, we had a good taste of it last year, finishing 4th, and of course we'd love to finish higher this year, but we'll see what comes out over the next few days. It's now Friday morning, an early start for us. I'm now stood by the dressage warm-up area. Watching Mark warm up. He was here about 15 minutes ago. So this now starts for us to get a little bit sort of more tense. Watching your horse warm up, watching the moves, is he going well? And whilst he's outside in the sort of relative calm of the warm-up area, what's he going to be like when he goes into the main arena with flags and crowds and pots of flowers and the judges' boxes and sort of just the general tension as to when you enter the arena. So it's now 9:10, so in another half an hour we'll be going in. So Mark will move over to the collecting ring next to the main arena and sort of do a little more warm up there, working with Isabel, the trainer, and Eric, Devanda and Judy Bradwell. Okay, so it's now 5 to 10. Mark's finished the dressage test on Leonidas. Started really well, the moves were getting sort of 7, 7.5, 8s, and then he came to the walk section of the test, and it was showing quite a lot of tension. But then got it all back together again for the canter section, for the canter work, was getting 7.5s and 8s for that. He's finished with a dressage score of 44.4, so just over the 70% mark. There's a little bit of a hint of disappointment around, but generally speaking, we're happy with that, and we move on to tomorrow. I'm currently stood in the Equestrian Sport New Zealand hospitality facility, right on the far side of the lake, overlooking one of the jumps. And I suppose if you're a soccer fan or a rugby fan, then this is like having the middle tier over the centre line as a ticket. It's a fantastic location, and it enables the Equestrian Sport New Zealand to support all of their owners, riders, and their sponsors. So it's a great facility. Good morning again. It's about 10 o'clock, the morning of Cross Country Day. So this is the day. This is the day that everybody wants to come and watch the skill of the riders, skill of the horses, but also the thrills and spills of the cross country round. We're now lying 17th after dressage, and we were, if I take last year for example, we were 14th after dressage, we were 9th after cross country, and we ended up 4th. So he's got a bit of a record of sort of coming up the order as you go through the different phases. Once you've done your round, so you've got the nerves before, you've got the nerves during, and then obviously when it's finished, that's when you can start to relax a wee bit. And the relaxing generally takes the form of having a beer, a cold one, and just to help you calm the nerves, but it's also making sure that the horse is washed down properly and gets back to temperature in the fastest possible time before he goes back to the stable to be sort of checked over and walked out. Good morning. It's now Sunday, and pleased to report that through Saturday after the cross country, we came through safe and sound, so Mark and Leonidas, and he's the highest placed Kiwi rider. So a few hairy moments. How did I feel? Very, very nervous in the run up to it. The sort of couple of hours starting to watch the first few go through and see where the problems were, knowing that your horse has got to go and do it a couple of hours later is sort of pretty nervy really. And then obviously the sort of 5 minutes before, you know, you just want them to come back safely, wish Mark all the best, and sort of go and watch it on the screen in the owner's tent. He came in inside the time, so he stays on his dressage score, 44.8. He's now lying 4th. So that sort of got us now to Sunday morning, which is this morning. And it's the trot up. All the horses getting ready to, you know, in their finery, and all the riders in their finery as well. And they trot up in front of the ground jury to check they're fit and ready to go. Pleased to say, every single Kiwi passed the trot up, so they're all running today. We passed with flying colours, which is great, and we'll be show jumping probably around 3:30, something like that. And then same again, get nervous just before he goes in, and literally jump every single jump with him as he's going around the show jumping. So that's it, it's all over. It's been a fantastic 5 days, I guess. We were here on Tuesday evening. For those that watched it, Leo's round was just magnificent. Mark gave him an absolutely super round. I don't think he touched a pole. We were doing well up to that point. There was a few horses behind us that had rolled poles, so we were standing in a good position. But we really needed one of the ones above us to roll some poles, and that just didn't happen. And that really shows the quality of the horses that were here and the riders that were here this week. How am I feeling? Feeling really good. We were 4th last year, we were 4th this year. Mark is absolutely convinced there's more to come with this horse, and we can only hope that there's better things to come. So really enjoying it, having a ball, having a great time, and so much want to come back here next year. Rio is a possibility. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see what the selectors say. But just had a ball, had a brilliant week, and I would recommend it to anyone. So thanks very much for listening. Cheers now. Bye bye.